What's up, fellow Makarashi peeps? So today, we got Erisa on patch. So I'm kind of interested in this character, but I don't know if I really want to pull for her. So I'm gonna go over her kit and see if it's something that I want to pull for, or if I just want to end up skipping. So real quick, just to go over her, where's her talent? Here's her talent. When initiating combat with a flamethrower, triggers peripheral vision. What is peripheral vision? Before the target retaliates, launches an attack on a random target within range. Peripheral vision is unaffected by ideal range. Okay, so it's an extra attack. Prioritizes attacking other targets within range using the opposite arm's flamethrower, dealing 20% flame damage to all targets in the path. Okay. So I'm guessing this little paragraph here is going to be her ascension. So initiating combat inflicts joint melt. What's joint melt? After actively attacking or executing a code skill, all parts take fixed damage equal to 5% of their max health. Alright, so that's just more damage. Okay. So let me look at her kit here. This is just a link attack. When initiating combat, if HP percentage is higher than the target, damage 15%. Okay. What's ultra high? Flame damage, so an extra 10% of flame damage. For one turn, they can continue to move 2 tiles and attack after moving. So it's extra movement. Alright. Uses a flamethrower to attack the main target, dealing 1.4 damage, dealing 20% flame damage to other targets in the path. If the main target is an allied burning terrain, the terrain effect triggers once after combat. Huh, that's interesting. So if you pair her with Aileen, and if you're attacking inside of her fire terrain, it'll proc the damage when she attacks using this skill. So potentially it'll go off twice, right? But 4 AP, damn, that's a lot. That's a high investment skill. When initiating combat, if a part is destroyed, disables the target's retaliation ability and inflicts joint melt for one turn. So this is her talent, right? This after actively attacking. Yeah, this is her A3. So you would only use this if you don't have an A3, right? But this only procs if you destroy a part. My issue with this is, would she be destroying parts? I don't think so, right? I don't think so. Uses a flamethrower to attack the main target, dealing 1.55 damage and dealing 20% flame damage to other targets in the path. After combat, inflicts afterglow. What is afterglow? When attacked, all parts take fixed damage equal to 0.05 of Erisa's weapon attack after combat. This effect lasts until the action ends. Alright. What is this? When initiating combat with a flamethrower, AP cost +1 and damage multiplier plus 0.2. That doesn't sound like a good skill to use. That's just a gamma. We'll go over the gamma later. Uses 2 flamethrowers to attack all targets within attack range, dealing 0.35 damage 2 times. After combat, applies burning terrain effect to all tiles within range, lasting for 2 turns. Okay, so this is like an Aileen skill, but 6 AP, damn. That's a lot of AP. She's really AP heavy. She is really AP heavy. 5 AP, 4 AP, golly. And then this skill makes it cost more just for 0.2? Nah. No. No, let's look at her. What do they recommend here? They recommend up here. So this is basically what every raider has. At the end of an action, if not actively turning, yeah, moves to. So same old, same old. Crit rate, perfect position. Would you need crit rate for fixed damage? Especially if she's doing. I don't think you would really care for crit rate, right? I don't think that would matter. I don't know why they would recommend that. Flame damage to all targets along the path increased to 20%. Peripheral vision, that's the skill that was up there in the skill tree. Before acting, so this is just a re-attack. Okay. When on burning terrain, reduces percentage damage by 50% and increases damage dealt by 10%. Fixed damage based on HP percentage. So is that me dealing reduces 50%? So if I'm in like in an enemy's, so let's say the enemy puts like a dot on me, or I'm in somebody's burning terrain, I take 50% damage, or does this, I'm assuming, right? Reduces damage and increases damage by 10%. Huh. I don't really, maybe I'm just not understanding that. I don't know. Attacks triggered by peripheral vision also trigger the weapon skill effect of this attack. Okay. At the start of action, if allied terrain AP costs -1 for the first attack. For the first attack this turn, minimum 1 AP. So this would help with our high AP consumption skills, but you would have to be in an alien's terrain, or I'm guessing that her terrain would work too. Yeah. So if you were, yeah, I would just invest into Y2. 16 would be pretty nice here. She seems to be a high investment character. I don't think she's gonna be good just, just at 3. Like if I was to pick her up, I would just go to CP1 here. This is without any bionics, right? And then the re-attack, that would be not worth it. Yeah, you would have to invest like an extra 3 bionics just to get her to CP16 here. That's unfortunate. Plus her talent is really just for that extra damage. So she's really a high investment character. And even then, it doesn't, like, her multipliers are really low. 1.4, 1.5, 0.35. Well, this is 2 times, right? Yeah. Let me look at our mech. Let's look at our mech. Does her mech help her out in any way? See, when actively attacking, if 3 or more targets are hit, restores 1 AP after combat and triggers 1 time per turn. So that reduces the AP by 1. And if you have her at Gamma 2 all the way to 16, that also reduces the AP by 1. So that 6 AP skill now turns into, what, 4 AP? Okay. When HP is about 80% damage, plus 9% damage tick. Yeah, no, that's not good. Damage plus, this is just slight, yeah, no. And accuracy. Yeah, no, this mech isn't really, I mean, it helps her with her AP consumption, but is it really necessary? I don't think it's really necessary. Like, yeah, this mech would be like a skip. Like, I'm pretty sure in the future she's gonna have something to help her out with her huge AP consumption. Maybe there'll be a mech or like a backpack, or you know, maybe she has signature weapons that will help her deal with that. But my problem with pulling for this character is that she won't really bring a lot of value to my account, because right now where I am in content, I'm struggling with meeting DPS checks, and it's like it's making the content, it's putting me behind in content, right? Like for instance, these elite battles, I would not be able to complete them if I didn't borrow the mercenaries from my guild. Like every day I borrow a mercenary and I just clear one every day. It's like today, like this one I couldn't 3-star it because I didn't have the DPS to it, and I think you need to have it in less than 7 turns in order to 3-star this, and I think I beat it in 9 turns. Like I can survive, right? But I don't have the DPS to fully clear these things. So I have to borrow my mercenaries from the guild. So pulling right now for Erisa, it's not ideal. It wouldn't be a smart choice on my end. And then like even this one, like I spent over an hour trying to get a better maybe like an A and an S rank, but I don't have enough DPS to destroy the choppers, and I just don't have enough DPS to kill the mobs fast enough. So that's currently where I'm struggling, right? And I mean, I just unlocked this today, and I could already tell I'm gonna struggle with this. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to clear this for a while. It's going to be probably a while before I clear that. So yeah, as much as I like dot characters, I just don't think it'd be smart for me to pull for this character. Maybe in the future, once I'm comfortably clearing content, I'll start, pulling for fun. Because if I pull for this character, it would be just for fun, you know. I wouldn't. It's not like a Frida where she's a carry, you know. She's good on the DPS. I mean, if you don't have her, you should be pulling for her. You know, same thing for Sylvie. She's a carry. Like if you don't have a Sylvie, she will bring a lot of value to your account. Lorna, she's not a DPS. She's like a support, but she will make your Frida better by giving her an extra turn. Like these are the characters that I'm focusing on right now. I'm pulling, and then as much as I want to pull her, against my better judgment, I'll do 110 pull. If I get her, I get her. If I don't, then it is what it is. Let's at least I can build pity for like the next character, right? Let's see. Hopefully. Nope. Okay, it is what it is. And it's a Raven, not a character I really care for. Alright, well, that's pretty much my conundrum there. That's my opinion. Skippable character. Wait till a better Kelly's supposed to be coming out after her, probably next month. But if you do end up pulling for her, good luck. I hope you get multiple copies. Later.